Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Anyway, so today, this is a painting I did. Oh my God, did I mark it? No, of course not. But I did this, I don't know, a few years ago. But I never clear coated it. So I figured it's a good time to show you all how I clear coat my paintings. Now this is the Bloom recipe. Fluid art. I do all my paintings like this if I don't use resin. But sometimes resin, it's permanent, and if you mess it up, it's like hard to fix. I've been fighting with it, so until I get some really good resin, I'm going to be using my go-to Liquitex gloss varnish. This stuff is amazing. I love it. You can do one coat. I always do at least two. You can do as many coats as you want, and it'll actually end up looking a lot like resin. I mean, there's no substitute for resin, obviously, but I did this one 3 years ago, and look at the difference. I mean, this one, though, was back when I first started. Sorry, this has been hanging on my wall. It's got some dust and stuff on it. But I was using a brush at this point, and I didn't like it because, well, this one probably has several coats, but you can still see a little bit of brush marks, which I hated. So I found another technique using just a soft cloth. Let me get my gloves on because I've done this without gloves, and it's really hard to get this stuff off your hands. You have to literally peel it off. You can't wash it off. I mean, I'm sure if you had some kind of harsh chemicals, you could wash it off, but we'll just use some gloves and do the right thing. Okay. So for this, you just want a soft cloth. This one I used for the last one I did, so I kept it in, this is not exactly airtight, but I put some cling wrap over it, and it's only been a few days, so it's still plenty wet, okay? So this is just a soft cloth that I got from God knows where. I have no idea where I got this. It's just some baby material, looks like. And we're going to... Crap. Okay, well... Dang it. Hold on. Okay, so my grandson just stopped by and interrupted me for a few minutes, and just, how does he know? How does he know right when I start a video? Okay, so anyways, where were we? Soft cloth, Liquitex gloss varnish. Let's do it. So first I'm going to put a little on my cloth because you don't want it to be dry, even though this one's not dry, and then just a little bit, doesn't take much. And we're going to just spread it around. And then we're just going to do circles. Just little circles. Rubbing it in good. And it's going to dry quick. This is the Bloom recipe, so I have a little more time than regular. But it's going to dry pretty quickly. So you want to work a little fast. And just make sure you don't have any streaks. Go on the outside a little bit. This is just the first coat, so if it looks a little funky, don't worry about it. You just want to get a coat on there, and then you want to look at it sideways. I don't know if you can see it, but you look at it away from the light and sideways, and you can see if there's any like puddles on it. But you're just going to have little round circles for now, and then we're going to let this dry for an hour or two, and then we'll come back and give it a second coat. It'll just be a second for you guys, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was only going to wait an hour, but it ended up being more like I don't know, 5 or 6. Oh, shoot. Life happens. All right, so we're ready for our second coat. All right, here we go. Let's put a little on our little goodie here. Oh, I'll spill it. I'm going to put a little bit more for the second coat. Not much, but a little bit. We just want a good coat on there. Go ahead and do the sides. It doesn't tend to dry up so quick on the second coat, so you can get it a little more even. Just little circles everywhere. That corner seems a little dry. A little more on there. And again, look sideways to make sure you don't have any puddles on there, like there. If you do, just go over it a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. And that's it for the second coat. Now when this dries, it'll be pretty, and you can leave it at that. I've done 2 coat paintings before, but we're gonna keep going. I like right around 4 coats personally. Now it's a personal preference, so I'll see you in another few hours when this coat's dry. Actually, just a couple of minutes. I mean, 1 nanosecond for you. Okay, be right back. Okay, what are we on? I think this is our 3rd coat. I don't know, I've been messing around. This has been taking too long. But really, you can just do it in your spare time. You see how long it takes. Yeah, this I started yesterday. I mean, I guess it can be done in 1 day. It's probably not recommended. But if you started early, you know, the first coat, you really only have to let it dry for an hour or 2 till it's dry. And then the second coat, you know, I'd let it dry for 5, 6 hours. Third coat, you know, maybe a little longer, maybe the same. I don't know. I guess you just have to use your judgment on your piece. So, anyway, let's get this 3rd coat on. It's a little thicker, and you can see where it's starting to look more glossy. So I'm just going to go over it. Little circles, and you won't see these circles when it's dry. Okay. Just rub it in good until it looks even enough. Remember to pick it up. Look at it sideways, because sometimes you miss some puddles. And you can get a good side thing. Alright. Looks pretty good. And we'll let this one dry. Get a little thick there. Okay. And we'll be back for the 4th coat, and that'll probably be it for this one. Now, I need to do one. This is the Bloom recipe, and I need to do one with the Floetrol recipe because it turns out looking a little bit different You know, that because the Bloom recipe already has, you know, varnish in it. So it's already kind of shiny. You know what I mean? So you really, it's just up to you whether you want to do it or not. And I see a spot on this corner as I'm looking. A little spot right here that's just, I'm just going to dab it. Okay, because you don't want it, a puddle will show up. These circles won't, but a puddle will show up as a slick spot. So, okay. See you in the next one. 2 seconds. Okay, third layer is good and dry. This one's been drying for several hours. I actually went shopping and did some errands, and yeah, so let's do the fourth and final layer. Now this one looks really good. I could leave it, totally leave it like this, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and do a fourth layer. Okay, let's see. Now you don't have to use Liquitex gloss varnish. This is more about the technique than the product. This is just my go-to because it works really well for me. Okay. Always remember your sides. Okay, that should do it. Now we'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll come back and do a little recap, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, here we are. I took you down off the clip because I think it's a better angle. Sorry about that ring light, but I'll pick it up so you can see it. But I just want you to see how shiny and glassy it is with the 4 coats that we put on it. You can really see the sparkle now because of it. And yeah, I just think this is the best way to go for me. And when you don't want it, now on my tiles I do resin just because, you know, they could be used for anything, but it's very shiny and almost mirror like. I mean, you could keep going, put as many layers as you want on until it looks similar to resin, or, you know, almost just like resin. But yeah, I love the way it comes out. Now this is the Bloom recipe, so it's already got varnish in the paint. So on the Floetrol recipe, it takes a couple of more layers. It makes it 4 layers is beautiful and it looks great, but it's just not quite as shiny. So you may want a couple more layers. It's a personal preference, I guess. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Huggles, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.